We continue to find people who are helping our community deal with the pandemic in a number of ways.
And today we have two people, award-winning Milwaukee Journal Sentinel columnist James Causey, who was also past president of Wisconsin Black Media Association, and his wife, Damia Causey with the Milwaukee Neighborhood News Service. We appreciate both of you being with us this afternoon.
Thank you.
First off, let me start with you, James. What is the most important message that you believe still needs to get out there to Milwaukee residents? I mean, you're a lifelong resident and you have a lot of friends. What do you see that we need to still remember?
Well, I think, first of all, we have to understand that I think a lot of people still don't realize how serious this really is. And it's important for us to still maintain contact with people as best we can. And that doesn't necessarily mean meeting face to face. Sometimes it means doing a lot of things socially. So social media is very, very important. It keeps us informed of what's going on in other people's lives. And it also just helps us just to socialize. But we can still pick up the phone and call as well.
Yeah, that is a good point. And James, we're so glad to have you here. There was a racial disparity before COVID-19, but we have seen the impact of that during COVID-19. So how do we go about reducing racial disparity in the future?
Well, one thing that we have to keep in mind, like you said, the problems that existed in Milwaukee and throughout the nation existed before COVID-19. I think what we're seeing now through a lot of the protests and through a lot of things going on is that it's only going to rev up even after we're through COVID-19. So it's important for us to still try to build those bridges, talk to people who don't look like you. Really, this is a great time for us to really get engaged in conversations that we've been left out of so often. I know a lot of people are using Facebook and Zoom and places like that to have conversations. So it's important to make sure that those conversations include people that you wouldn't normally include in your conversations in the first place. So we can all, because if we're truly all in this together, then we should all be a part of the conversation as well.
Amen. That's very true. And Damia, I know that you have a lot of friends. You've been around a long time, and a lot of people who have had some sad times, have lost people. Any advice on what you're doing to keep people's spirits up? I know you love to cook, and that really helps. But any other advice just for families trying to stay together?
I think one of the most important things that we all need to remember is just to be patient with ourselves and our loved ones. All of us are experiencing something new. None of us have ever experienced this before. Some of us can't sleep. Some of us can't eat. It's stressful on everybody, and that stress affects us all in different ways. So just showing each other kindness as we navigate something that none of us have ever experienced, that would be the first thing. And the second thing I would suggest is for us just to take advantage of the things at home that we can do that we either put off or just didn't pay attention to because we were so busy going. I mean, my backyard has become a place where when the weather's nice, I'm out there every day doing exercise, jumping rope, planting in my garden. Hopefully things grow this year. But just really, taking advantage of those things that we otherwise pass up because we're just too busy.
Well, James, Damia Causey, we appreciate you both being with us. And I think you said it very well. We're all in this together, so why don't we just act like it at all times? Thank you both for being with us this afternoon on Live at 3.
Yeah, it's good to see both of you. If you or a family member need help or information on resources that you can call or need, text your zip code to 211 and you will be connected to a live operator.